Okay, this project is creating a plastic shelled hair dryer, and it's one way of doing plastic shells. There's tools available uh, up here in the surfaces panel and other panels that aren't showed up here yet uh, that are better suited for creating plastics. But it's kind of beyond the scope of this course in using those tools. If you take the 2040 advanced 3D modeling, then we'll cover more on dealing with plastics. But this is one way to do things. And you've got the handout that gives you step by step how to create things. So I'm not going to go through and do um, each step here. Uh, I guess the big thing is creating these work planes. They're all dimensioned off of the this plane here. Okay, so you see I centered things on the origin, uh, created these three work planes, and then the sketches on each of those work planes. And those sketches are aligned on the right side because the right side is where our handle is straight. And then I did the loft command. Okay, so I picked those four. Choose rails because we're going down the side, okay, not center lines. Then I did a sketch and extrusion of the barrel, did those three fillets, and then I did my shell. And when you do the shell command, you want to you're going to click on this rear surface and in this end of the barrel to cut that part out and give it a thickness of 1/8 inch. It'll cut that out. The pattern up here, we did one sketch of a rectangle, and the dimensions are critical for that, getting those dimensions right, and then you extrude it, make a cut down, and then do a rectangular pattern. Okay, and then the lip on the end. My first sketch here is the path that the lip is going to follow. And I just projected geometry of the edge, and then I sketched the little rectangle right there on the end. And then I went into my sweep command. I chose my path and then my profile being the rectangle and made that cut. Okay, so that's how we can do a shelled feature. Okay, it's you just work through it. Now the drawing. I'm giving you the layouts that I want you to create. Okay, a front view, a full section that goes through the handle. Okay, section here that goes through the handle. Now on these sections, when the view, let's see, it's the section properties. I set it instead of full depth, because if I do full depth, it shows everything behind it. Okay, and that's not what we want. In this particular case, it gets kind of confusing. So I go distance. I don't remember what I had there. I got to cancel out now. Let me go back. Well, there. Okay, I had a distance, and I set it really, really, really small. Okay, I think if you just type in 0, it will default to that value. And what we're doing is we're just creating a slice through the object because that's all we want to see. And I did that on this one and on the barrel up here also. Okay. Uh, then did a large scale detail here so that you can dimension the lip, the size of it. Okay. A large scale detail of the pattern because you want to dimension the size of the holes and the spacing of the holes. Okay. When you're creating your views, if you have to delete one and start over, your numbering is going to be out of sequence. So you want to come back in and rename those by edit view label, and you can change the numbering on those things. Okay. Now, dimensioning, I want you to do ordinate dimensioning here on this, and I'm gonna delete out these. And I'll show you how that works. I got to take out the ordinate marker there. Can I get it? No, that's the whole center line. What we do is we want to go ahead and place the center line for this. That'll be this mark right here. And that gives us something to tag to. And then we'll go ordinate dimensioning. And it asks us to select a view. Now our geometry and what I wanted to choose was that center mark. And I'll pull out my first dimension. Now I select additional points. And what I'm trying to pick is the major points along this curve. Okay. And your numbers may not be exactly like what I'm showing in the handout. Okay. But we're just trying to get the major points on these things. Now, if we go again, we're down below. And try to pick these same points. It's not. Oh, forgot. I got to hit continue. I've been clicking points all over the place. Select my view. Choose my center point. Continue. Now additional points. Now I come in and pick. Try and get these same points that we've picked already. And I'll pick this rear corner right here. Now these are kind of crowded right here. So what I can do is pick the handle and pull them over a little bit. I have to move my 0 to the left. Here we go. And then you'd want to line these up across here. Okay. Now I'm not showing all dimensions on this layout because I want you to have the practice on dimensioning, but that's how we create these ordinate dimensionings, and then you'll do all the rest of the dimensioning and apply notes and those kinds of things. And so that's how this one will work out.